good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing this amazing, chilly Monday morning? I hope that you are doing amazing. It already feels great to be back. Asante sana kwa karibu zenyu in advance. Thank you very much. Happy new month, guys. Happy new month. We are on the 5th of December, which means that this is the last month of the year. Tumeenda tukiendanga. Karibuni sana. Of course, you are watching KUTV Kenya. The show is Art and Culture Monday. Of course, part of the segment, part of Rise Today that comes on your screens every Monday to Friday, 7 to 10 a.m. So we are here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to make sure that your Monday morning is slapping, that it's good despite the weather, despite the cold, despite the fact that it's raining. It's been raining the entire night. I don't know if it's still raining wherever you are at, but we are here. We are here to bring the warmth to your sitting rooms or wherever it is that your television is at. And not just that, even wherever your phone is at, because we are streaming live right about now on Facebook. Just look for KUTV Kenya, and that show that is streaming right now is this one, is Art and Culture Monday. So you can take us with you wherever you are going to this morning. So yes, we are ready. Let's get going. As I have said, today is the 5th of December, which means it's a new month. So one from myself, of course, from Art and Culture Monday, happy new month. I am wishing you the very best that month number 12 can bring out of you and to your family the very, very best. This also means that this is Monday number 49. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have been here 49 times, which also means that we have just 3 more Mondays remaining. Yes, guys, we have 3 Mondays to go, and we will have wrapped up the year 2022. Yani, I can remember vividly standing here and saying we are on Monday number 1, 51 more Mondays to go. And yes, guys, we have been here all through, and we will be here for the next 3. I mean, we have given you 49 Mondays. We can surely do 3 more. So we are going to be here to do exactly that. So happy new month. I hope that you are doing well. Please tell me how you're doing this morning. I like to know, now that it's a chilly, cold morning, I know traffic tends to follow suit. So we are going to get to the traffic updates. I am hoping that you also give me updates on how traffic is doing wherever you are at. Tell me how your December is doing. Are you ready? Are you preparing for Christmas? Are you ready to go home? Are you going to be going home? These are conversations that we are going to be having in the course of this month and in the course of the last 3 remaining Mondays. So we are going to be here doing exactly that. We have an amazing show lined up for you. We are going to be tackling a number of things. We are going to be having amazing conversations right here with you. So, stick around. We have a guest in set. We have a guest already waiting. By the way, hapa tu kando anangoja tu we start this conversation. Remember, we have been having a conversation around the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, and that is a conversation that is still going to be going on. And I know you are interested, especially because today we are going to be discussing the youth and their role in this campaign against gender-based violence. So I know you're going to be enjoying that one. I also have a guest to actually help me disseminate that topic from a man's perspective. So sit back. It's cooked. The meal is ready. It's just for you to eat, consume, engage, and let me know how you are doing. Our online platforms are open right about now at KUTV Kenya and at CARREN Blessing across the board. So kimbia pale Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, just at CARREN Blessing and at KUTV Kenya, and you can leave your comment. Tell me how you're doing this morning. Tell me how the weather is taking you. Let me know how your traffic updates from whatever side you are watching from in this country. And with all that, we will have a beautiful, beautiful show by the time we get to 10 a.m. So without much ado, let's get this show on the road. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As promised, we are taking a look at our traffic updates. We want to know what is happening to our roads, especially now that it's been a rainy night. Some places it's still raining this morning. So we want to get a quick update on how traffic is doing on your side. This morning, I am getting starting with a bit of negative reports. There's a grisly accident near Kefi's CARREN along Gong Road involving a boda rider and a truck around 7:15. So that means about 15 minutes ago. AP police attending to the situation. I hope that will be taken care of. So if you're using Gong Road this morning around Kefis at CARREN, you may be taking a minute over there. So if you can use alternative routes, please go ahead and do so. Someone else is saying Thika Road this morning kama kawaida tuoni mbele. Yeah, it's a chilly morning. So Thika Road is bound to have traffic issues this Monday morning. So if you can, kama huku umetoka, if you can use an alternative route or give it some time, that may be the better option than sitting in traffic. Someone else is saying Wayakiwe towards Kangemi is moving kama kawaida. So this morning Wayakiwe seems to be doing a bit good, a bit well, you know. So that is going to be amazing. A lovely picture of who actually causes traffic jam along Thika Road. Apparently it's boda riders, it's motorcycles on the road. Okay, I did not think of that because I thought ata boda ndio unavuka nazo. You know, if you're late, you need to get to your workplace. But apparently, according to this picture on Twitter, and there's a lot of traffic actually caused by boda riders. But I hope that is going to be sorted in just a bit. But Thika Road this morning is not doing great. Someone else is saying, this was about an hour ago. Thika Road was fine, by the way. Someone got to town in about 20 minutes. So that was amazing. But right about now, it's a no-go zone. If you can avoid it, please go ahead and do so. Mombasa Road, Hatusongi, this morning is bumper to bumper. What time are we going to be getting to work? Well, I guess a few minutes later than you had hoped, but Mombasa Road also is not doing great this morning. Wayakiwe, kuna traffic moving slowly, but at least we are moving. So Wayakiwe this morning is doing a bit well. Thika Road, not at all. Mombasa Road, not at all. If you can avoid it, please go ahead and do so. I think that is it, courtesy of Mathri Route on Twitter. But I'm waiting for your updates. I want to know how traffic is doing on your side, especially if you are headed into the CBD, because that is where massive traffic is usually at. And even if you are away from the CBD, I know you could be watching me from Nakuru, Naivasha, Meru, Embu, Mombasa, Kwale, wherever it is that you're watching me from. I'd like your traffic updates. I will be getting to them in just a bit. Remember, you are talking to me on 0739-110544. That is our SMS and WhatsApp line. And also, our online platforms are open at KUTV Kenya and at Current Blessing. The easiest one is Facebook. Run to Facebook Live, where we are streaming right about now. Leave your comment. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me how the start of your month has been. Let me know how traffic is doing on your side, and let's keep communicating. But right about now, that is all courtesy of Mathri Route on Twitter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are on KUTV Kenya. This is 7:37 minutes past 7 a.m., which means that we are just laying foundation for the show. So I hope that you are doing amazing and you're ready for our conversation of the day. So we have been discussing, or rather, I know in the last week or two from Rise Today, we have been discussing, of course, the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. So that has been going on. That has been an ongoing conversation that has been going on for the last week or two, and we of course want to be part of this conversation, create as much awareness as possible through our online platforms, through our TV platforms like this one right here. So we have been having this conversation for a while now, and actually if you have downloaded the calendar of the 16 days of activism, you see that there is something that you can actually do. So let me just set foundation for this conversation so that you know where we are getting it from and where we are headed. So the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence takes place every year between the 25th of November the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women and Human Rights Day on the 10th of December. This global campaign calls for more action to prevent and end violence against women by breaking down barriers that rob women of their power. So you get where we are starting. Yeah, so it is really preventing any kind of violence against women. You know, voting, recognizing women's rights and women, the place of a woman in society, and making sure that that has not been violated. So that is all this conversation has been about. So it has been ongoing. Today is a number, let me just get that, from the 16 days of activism. Today is actually day 11, if I'm not wrong. Let me just get that in a bit. Today is Monday. Yes, it is day 11 of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. And today, there is something that you can do every day. So I wanted us to start from there. So number 11, which is December 5th, day number 11, what you can do is actually volunteer for a woman's refuge. Volunteer for a woman's refuge. So on International Volunteer Day, take action by contacting your local women's aid service and offer your support. This can be relative, it can be friends, it can be family that you know. If you can actually be a volunteer for offering a woman a refuge, or a girl someplace refuge from away from violence, this is what this day is all about. So today you can do that on day number 11. Of course, we still have 12, 13, 14, 15 to go. If you can just go online, by the way, Google 16 days of activism. They're giving you a link there that you can be able to download that calendar, and you know, do as the calendar says, or play a role as you actually do so. But today, because this conversation is a very broad one, is a very wide one, I thought we may narrow it down to my audience, who most of you are young people. So I thought let's have this conversation amongst us young people and what we can be able to do as we play part in this campaign. So our question of the day, even before I give you a bit of what I prepared, I wanted to know from you guys. Let me get this in just 1 minute. I want to know what role you are playing in this campaign against gender-based violence. What role are you playing in this campaign against gender-based violence? And I like the phrasing of that because it is gender-based violence. It's not women-based violence. I like that it's gender, so it could be male or female. But I want to know this morning, what role are you playing in this campaign against gender-based violence? That is our question of the day. I would want to know from the smallest of things, what have you done about your sister, your cousin, your niece, your nephew? What have you done to prevent gender-based violence? That is our conversation of the day. I have collected a number of things that actually the youth could play a part in this prevention against gender-based violence. So I'm going to be sharing that with you in a bit. I think we will start from the very first one because there is a lot that you can be able to do. So I just want you to be feelers. You know, anything that I will leave behind or not mention, I want you to have that discussion with me and let me know. Of course, one of the roles that we as the youth can play in this campaign against gender-based violence is recognizing the role of gender in violence. We start there. We start with recognition. While boys and men do experience abuse, it is important to remember that the majority of victims of violence are female and the majority of perpetrators of violence are boys and men. first start from there. I know we are going to have a conversation that is on the flip side of the coin from our guest of the day, because he's actually handling this from a man's perspective, telling us also, you know what, it's not just girls. Boys are also going through gender-based violence. Men are still going through gender-based violence. But to start us off with this discussion is first recognition and acceptance that most victims are women and most perpetrators are men. Even if the opposite is true, but the main side is that most victims are women and most perpetrators are men. So let me know the role that you are playing personally, in your personal capacity, family capacity, school capacity, wherever it is that you are working, workplace capacity. What role are you playing in this campaign that is against gender-based violence? That is a conversation that we are going to be having right here on Art and Culture Monday. I'm going to be waiting for your feedback in a few and getting through it thoroughly. Tunachambua leo, and we put everything on the table as we have these conversations. So you can talk to me again. Our number is 0739-110544, and our online platforms are open as well at KUTV Kenya and at CARREN Blessing. Right about now, we want to take a look at what is happening in the country, of course, keeping ourselves updated with what is taking place in the country. And to start us off is with a story on President William Ruto, when attending a church service at Embu University campus grounds, has urged the leader of opposition Raila Odinga not to mislead Kenyans with false statement, asking him to execute his duties in a peaceful manner without misleading Kenyans. The president also urged Kenyans to maintain peace during the holidays. Take a look.
President William Ruto was accompanied by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and various leaders, including Attorney General Justin Muturi, governors, MPs, and ministers in the government in a church service in Embu University course for a Thanksgiving ceremony.
Mungu alitusaidia katika uchaguzi huu, tumezika ukabila katika siasa ya taifa letu la Kenya.
In his speech, President William Ruto has said the threats by the opposition will not stop the government's development agenda. He said that the Kenya Kwanza administration is focused on reviving the ailing economy. On top of that, he assured the country that the government would secure their lives and properties should the opposition go on demonstration. This is just after Raila Odinga announced two public meetings to be held on December 7th and December 12th.
Hawa wajamaa ambao wangekuwa wanafanya kazi ya upinzani ni wale tunawajua, sio watu wageni kwetu, si ni wale tu wa maandamano wa kawaida. So mimi nimemwambia Profesa Kindiki aulize hawa watu schedule ya maandamano, ndio tuwapatie askari ya kuwachunga wasiharibu mali ya watu. Kama wanataka kufanya every day ama every week ama every month, na kwa miaka ngapi, watu waambie wanataka kufanya hiyo maandamano.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua on his side has told the opposition leader Raila Odinga that his old tricks of sponsoring protests to disrupt governments and force a handshake will not work.
There will be no handshake. The only handshake William Ruto is interested in is a handshake with the hustlers to give them the hustler fund. Ile handshake Dr. William Ruto ako haja naye ni handshake ya hawa viongozi wa kanisa. We want meaningful handshake for this country.
Party leader Kimani Ichung'wah urged opposition leaders to give Kenyans a chance to engage in economic activities that will uplift them, urging the remaining IEBC 3 commissioners to resign and give democracy a chance.
Kapitisha wewe uweke tribunal iwapige msasa, wawekwe kwa darubini, kama wako na makosa wang'atuliwe kutoka kwa ofisi. And I must commend Commissioner Nyang'aya, who yesterday resigned, because he knows what they did is treasonable and was treasonable, and they wanted to ban our country.
President William Ruto has asked the residents of Embu and Kenyans in general to maintain peace as he encourages the governors of the central region to unite together to bring development in the area. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
As Hustlers Fund, First Lady Rachel Ruto, when attending a church service in Redeemed Gospel Church in Huruma, has urged believers to embrace the Hustler Fund, terming it as a way of improving livelihood. Mama Rachel has said that the small amount being given can grow one's business if it's utilized well. The First Lady has urged Kenyans to start up businesses so that the government can be able to support them.
Fund imezinduliwa wiki iliyopita. Mimi ningependa kusema kwamba Wakristo tuweze kuchukua hiyo nafasi ya kuweza kujishughulisha na mambo ya Hustler Fund. Mara nyingi hatuna pesa za kuweza kusaidia biashara zetu, lakini hii pesa ndogo pengine ambayo watu wengine wanaona ni ndogo. Hata nilikumbushwa wakati mmoja naendelea kufanya kazi na kina mama, na nilikumbuka wakati tulianza mambo ya table banking hapa Nairobi. Wamama wa Nairobi wakaanza kusema shilingi 100 inaweza kunisaidia nini? Shilingi 200 inaweza kunisaidia nini? Shilingi 500 inaweza kunisaidia nini? Shilingi 1000 inaweza kunisaidia nini? Mimi nikawaambia kwamba anza ili uweze kuona. Waswahili wanasema kidogo kidogo hujaza kibaba. Na hawa mama ambao walikuwa wanadharau hiyo pesa ndogo siku hizi walianza hivyo polepole, na sasa siku hizi wao ni millionaires. Hii mambo ya Hustler Fund inaweza kuonekana kama pengine shilingi 500 haiwezi kukusaidia, lakini leo uko na 500, kesho utakuwa na 1000, siku hiyo itakuwa na 2000, utajipata kama uko na 50,000, na hiyo pesa itasaidia biashara zako.
Moving on to matters CBC, stakeholders in Kisii County are airing their opinions on the directive issued by the President William Ruto concerning the competence-based curriculum. A number of them have uploaded the directive to have junior secondary schools domiciled in the existing primary schools, and that the grade 6 Kenya Primary School Education Assessment Examination shall not be used to determine the placement of pupils to junior secondary schools. Take a look.
The directive by President Ruto to have junior secondary schools domiciled in existing primary schools follows a preliminary report submitted to the head of state by the Presidential Working Party on Education that was instituted by the President on September 30th, 2022 to evaluate the country's new CBC education system and make recommendations.
Thank you very much. This is Joseph.
State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed made the announcement in a statement, while adding that the Ministry of Education would provide the necessary guidelines on how it would be done. Speaking during a ceremony to transit PP2 learners to grade 1 at Precious Hope Academy, the stakeholders remarked their concerns for the learners' age bracket had been addressed. Samuel Gekonge, the director of the school, said that they are ready for the program as he asked parents
and provides knowledge and skills that are diversified for our children.